Hey guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping, girl, to see justice before it all fades to black. I was about to say find justice. I don't know where justice at, girl. But anyways, I was coming through. Today has been a difficult day for me as a creator. It has been really hard because y'all know I lost my phone at the Strawberry Festival yesterday. And I am a daily uploader. Y'all know that besides the vlogging and my shorts that's popping off, another thing, I've been for the longest trying to get the other side of my channel to pop off, the side that has the longer content. And y'all know for the longest I have been trying to make the focus of my channel the justice system and breaking the story of my husband being wrongfully convicted and excessively sentenced in the state of Florida. And once doing that, breaking his story and getting him home so we can live happily ever after, girl, right? That's the whole mission statement. But to finally see me hit a target, a topic, and it actually take off. The video series where I was covering C murder, and basically that he is doing a hunger strike to bring attention to the conditions in the Louisiana State Prison. Well, not state, it may not be a Louisiana State Prison, because I don't know if they got one of those like Florida prison system, but they actually have a Florida State Prison, which is the maximum security prison. So I'm not specifically saying if they do have a Louisiana State Prison. I'm saying the state prison system in Louisiana. That's just to clarify that part, because I heard how I said that in one of my previous videos, and I'm like, that could be confusing if there were, because but I'm sure most prisons are about the same in the U.S. I specifically know about Florida. I done heard horror stories about Mississippi, Chicago. So, I mean, who knows what systems are actually good and which ones are not, So I would pretty much say it's safe to say a lot of the prison systems in America are that way. So with that channel, with me doing that one video about him and his hunger strike, it kind of took off. So it made me say, well, maybe, because he is maintaining his innocence. He's always maintained his innocence. So I was saying, because I am a prison wife of a man that is, I know, to be wrongfully convicted, I have been trying to press different issues. I said, maybe this is the perfect topic for my channel, to review this story from the eyes, non-biased eyes, because most people are going to be biased towards being on the system side, because they kind of look up to them, figure they won't do anything out the way, they're upheld by the law, these are the good guys, things like that make you just automatically trust them. I know those things to not always be true, so I feel like I can give a different perspective than the average U.S. citizen, right? So upon that, I said, let me go ahead and research, girl. Let me research this case. And I did some research. It's been very hard for me to bring any videos to you by me losing my phone. This is the most detrimental part of the growth of my channel, losing my phone. Like, this is the wrong timing for that. I've been trying to upload a video on my tablet from this morning, and it's tonight, and it still ain't done. I recorded a video on my sister's phone. I left it at the house to upload, and I'm looking through my YouTube studio, and that video still is not released. So now we on my daughter's phone. All this is making me miss my regular phone, like, for real, girl. But hopefully I get it together. I do have another camera that we're going to try out tomorrow when I get some time to set it up. But for now, I did research from the beginning on C murder. Let's really call him Corey Miller. Let's get to start to. It's hard for me to call him anything other than C murder because he had that jam that other cause I'm down with my the mother cause I'm down with my hey, none of that is YouTube friendly language, but y'all know what I'm talking. I ride for my what they call them hitters, yeah. Them mother hitters. What the mother hitters? And then Kaya came back with that song. What was it? That was the after mother O's. Hey, after mother O's. Hey, yeah. And then, oh boy, that's taking me back to them Dog Man time when Dog Man used to pirate on that channel. He would take over the radio station and that dun da 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 dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun da 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 girl. So it's hard to call him anything other than C murder, but his actual name is Corey Miller. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking down at my notes, so y'all forgive me, girl. Okay, so I didn't not, girl. I done came out the gate with a mistake. And I don't edit, so I can't fix it. I'm sorry. Okay, he was 26, and I did not know he was with Monica. She was only 16. So it was alleged that he was kind of with Monica before she was of legal age. So I don't know how true that is, but girl. Okay, so they basically says he told her, oh, okay, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So they had this whirlwind relationship, which is also the same way with me and Marchello. Like when you meet that one person, like he just completely swept me off my feet. So that is basically how they're explaining the relationship between Corey Miller and Monica Arnold, the R&B singer. So they're explaining that relationship to be it was just magic from the start. Though it was quick, it was just, they were in love, right? And then I think he got into some trouble, right? And so he told her that he could not bring her through what the state was going to do to him. This is what I just read. Okay, he told her to move on because he can't bear to put her through what the system was about to put him through. So I guess he had a case open or whatever was happening, and he just did not want to drag her through that because that can be it's very trying. It's a heavy weight, a heavy load to bear. That as well with my husband when he actually lost his trial. That's the first thing he told me was to move on. He was like, you can't do this. You cannot do this. And I was like, but I can't leave you. I can't. I mean, and especially if Monica knows, like I know that my husband, Marchello Jackson, is innocent. I can understand how Monica could probably sit there and be like, no, but how can I just leave you now? Like, maybe I could do something now. Monica got some resources. Way more than your girl Cadillac got. I ain't got no resource. I ain't got nothing, no thing that I can give you. I ain't got none but my love, girl. So I can understand her like, no, I can't leave you. This was just the best romance of my life. And then all of a sudden it is taken from this to, no, you're on this, on this page. And as well, I do believe that her and Corey Miller do share a child together. So if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, girl, because I'm trying to figure this out. But I believe that they do have a child together. So that makes it even harder that, now you're leaving this child. I mean, not this child, this man that you shared this incredible bond with. Y'all have a child together. Y'all was thinking about future plans. And now what the heck is this plans? Like, this is too much. So I really can understand that. But all in all, I do think that Monica moved on. Now, we don't know if she was visiting him. And what state would that be? Monica from Georgia, right? So I don't know if that was always her home state. And he's from Louisiana. So was she going to... Okay, so yeah, she would be visiting him in the Louisiana system. So I don't know a lot about their system. If they do have them conjugal visits, if they do have family programs, what type of visitations do they have and stuff like that. So, but I do know that's where she got that song talking about she was on that dusty around. Oh, it's me, yo girl. This when you put the hand up. Your life, your world, family and friends, they just don't understand. They say I should leave you alone, girl, but I say that they all should just leave us alone. Don't you get it? Girl, I can't sing, don't judge. But that's why she wrote that. I never ever cheated. I never ever lied. Yes, girl. Don't lie to the man. Don't lie to the man. She never lied. But oh look, these are my hand painted T-shirts. I used to make these for my prison wives. I painted this. I used to make these to try to raise monies for my husband's legal representation. But girl, I raised car wash type money. I ain't raised enough for lawyer money. But that's something I used to do, which I'm thinking about doing again. I don't know if I'm going to do digital T-shirts or if I'm going to go back to doing my hand-painted T-shirts or whatever. But this was a prison wife. And this was the guy who went to prison, her loved one incarcerated. But that was a whole side note and a plug at the same darn time. But anyway, so back to, the program. So Monica was like, I guess she didn't want to, but reluctantly, I guess she moved on. Because we see that she had other children, she had other relationships and stuff like that. So, and you cannot fault her for moving on. If you do, move on, okay, Willie D had a video that he was talking about the other day where he was saying the little girl was like, her little boyfriend asked if he goes to jail for life, would she wait? And she's like, under 20. And she's like, yes, I'll wait. And he was like, yeah, he knows that she just blowing smoke out her nose. She ain't gonna wait, but that's the thing you say when you in love. But my crazy ass actually did wait. Girl, even though I didn't think I would be waiting, my husband, 21 years in on his wrongful conviction. And I never intended on waiting, but I intended on fighting and overcoming his case and winning his case and him getting home. And I'm anticipated it being far less than 21 years. So as I'm fighting, when you fight for a cause, like everyone has fought for Corey Miller to be freed, if he is innocent, the way when you fight like that for a cause, it's very hard to let that cause go. When one remedy doesn't happen, you're trying to gather back at the board and figure out what's the next plan of action. Like, it's very hard to let something go. So possibly because I was fighting for my husband's innocence, because he was wrongfully convicted, maybe that is what actually kept me staying through his wrongful conviction. You know what I mean? Because maybe if I wasn't fighting tooth and nail for him, I would have been just sitting up like, girl, you gone. Like, what the heck I'm supposed to do while I'm just sitting up here waiting on you? Like, I guess by being in that fight mode and fighting the fight of my life, that could have been what gave me the strength to stay through this wrongful conviction, right? Okay, so in January 2002, this is when the alleged situation happened. So I don't know. He must have, Corey Miller must have had some type of bad boy thing going on or whatever. But in 2002, this is when he was at Platinum Nightclub, and witnesses, they said what ended up happening. Okay, so basically it was a guy, a little young guy. He was 16 years old. He snuck into the club. And this breaks my heart. So I want to actually do a separate video about that. Like that ambition. He was only 16. He was a battle rapper. And let me tell you, I'm a female rapper. I was Cadillac Dixon, the hottest female rapper out of Orlando. And when you on that rap, like that grind, you have that rapper's ambition, that you good. When you are rapping and you're at the top of your game, you're basically practicing your lyrics every day, your cadence, your words. You're not tripping over your words because you practice them every single day. It's almost like martial arts. When I used to do martial arts, and when you practice your techniques every day, you become flawless. Like and you just feel like you're just so prepared when you rap in little groups against your people. They like mind blown because you're just so good, and they really feel like you should be that one. You're that one that could actually make it, that can actually stand in the music industry. Nowadays we know the music industry was fake as a $4 bill, girl. But back then we all believed it. We weren't exposed to all the things that we're exposed to now. So to have that ambition, that if somebody just heard my music, I've had that thought go through my mind so many times. If somebody could just listen, if the right person could just hear my song, like if they could feel what everybody else then gave me this rave reaction, and if just the right person that actually had that pull heard that reaction, heard that and gave the same reaction, how, your life can go from nothing to something. So he snuck out of his parents' house, and he snuck up to the club underage, but he was there to battle, because he would, dang, it's sad. And it's like, that's innocent too. That's like an innocent child. Like, who didn't have big rap dreams? Like, I remember me and my cuz, Phil the Bad Guy, he was the best battle rapper ever. Probably still is. I don't even know, do people battle rap anymore? But man, Phil the Bad Guy, he had the Chicago flavor because he was straight from Chicago. Now he Florida, so he done slowed it down some. But Phil the Bad Guy, one of the best freestyle rappers. And I used to put him in all these different ciphers. And at that time, Eminem was 8 Mile. That is a classic. That was out. And everybody, that was the battle rappers, like, go-to movie. That was almost like the Bible on video for battle rap, right? So the audio book of battle rap, or the video book of the battle rap Bible, like, for real. And everybody felt how M felt in that movie. So I'm sure everybody just wanted that moment, and that's what this young guy was looking for, that moment. So they said that he was basically battling, I don't know if he was actually battling C Murder. I'm only calling him that because that's his stage name, but Corey Miller. Oh, you got to check it because I can't pause. I can't pause my video. I'm working on a phone that's not mine. This one doesn't pause like the Galaxy. She wants me to check these little pizza rolls. They're not crispy. Let's let them go for 2 more minutes. Okay, so anyways, girl, I would have paused this. I would have not let y'all see this, but I don't have my Galaxy where I can pause. But she made me sidetrack. What was I talking about, girl? Oh, so he was just out there pursuing his dreams. So you really can't blame him. Like sometimes you got to sneak on buses and this and that. But he was just a young kid with a dream and not knowing what that dream would mean for him and how that dream would just. I'm actually getting chills. That is so sad. That is the saddest part of this. And the hope in the prayer is that the person that actually took him out, if it is C, CM, but if it isn't, that's going to be the part that's messed up. Because then that means whoever really did it is out there still. And this little young boy, just a baby to life, baby with a dream. Like that person is not doing the time for taking him out. Like that would be a miscarriage of justice. So that's why I feel like we do need to dig if it keeps arising that something is wrong in the case. Let's look at it just to be sure that the right person is there and actually serving the time for taking this young man's life before it even got to start, right? Okay. Oh, I lost myself in my notes. Okay, so witnesses, there were the two witnesses. They explained what happened. And then by September of 2003, he was basically, Corey Miller was basically sentenced, and that's when he started his prison sentence. His prison sentence. Okay. So the case was appealed while he was in prison. It was appealed and overturned. So that first conviction was vacated. I don't know what that first conviction was. Was it the life sentence that he has now? Was it the same sentence? Or did they come back harder because he was able to overturn that first one? And they wanted to make sure this one is harder to overturn. Money, I think it may be ready now. Money. I think it may be ready now. I'm almost done. I'm closing up the story. Okay, so the first judgment was overturned. So I need to find out, did they come back and basically like charge him with more because he got out of that first, thing. And it was through like a loophole, girl. Yes, a new trial was granted because it was found that prosecutors withheld information about the crime background of one of the witnesses. And had the jury basically, that might not sound like that's a lot, but that's basically, it changes the perception of the witness. Is this witness, like I said, I believe a witness should be somebody that has no skin in the game at all. It shouldn't be somebody that can take a loss if they don't cooperate, or that can take a gain if they do cooperate. I don't believe that's a real true witness. So when somebody has something to motivate them to testify, you may not always get the truth. So by them not disclosing that, hey, this person is getting a deal by cooperating with us, the jury can look at them as a different type of witness. So I guess because they did not disclose that, they actually released him. Like they basically gave him a new trial. Now he wasn't scot-free. He was off on, it says, on house arrest, right? So that means, and by the prosecutor withholding information, that's what I tell you about when I say withholding pieces, adding pieces in. Like, truth needs no obstruction. You don't have to tamper with it. You don't need to manipulate it. You don't need to nothing. So why would they withhold that? Why did they withhold that one of these witnesses, we're giving them something for testify? Why would you hold that information back? Right? So that one technicality basically gave him a new trial, right? But the new trial didn't do him no good because they still found him guilty, right? At the end of the new trial. Okay, so because he was found, okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so he was released in 2006. A judge freed him, but he was on house arrest. And then in 2007, that judge was overrode. I don't even know what word to, but basically they came over that judge, and another judge was basically saying he needs to come back. He needs to be back in custody, right? So that's when they basically, I think they rearrested him, but he was on house arrest in 2009. So this is where it starts to get where I could see why they would be like, this is a wrongful conviction, because you're seeing a lot of different sideways things. Like, why you don't need to do all that. Like I said, the truth doesn't need manipulation. Okay, so they brought him back up while he was off on house arrest. They went and brought back up a case that he pleaded no contest to. Get this is 2009. They brought him back up on a case from 2001. That is 8 years prior. Like, who does that? That's almost like that Bill Cosby stuff. Like, who waits that long? But they brought him back up on charges years later. Like, I guess I literally was under the impression that the only thing, no, the 2001, that actually outing somebody was the only thing that you could be convicted of years and years later. But that first instance from that 2001 that they brought back up, it was nobody like hurt in that crime. So they went back and found a charge and basically opened that. So he had basically 2 cases at one time going against him, right? So on that one, he basically was, the judgment was 10 years. So he got time served for the time he did do, and he had to do 10 years. So at this 21-year mark, he's even done serving that first sentence, right? But that's real bogus. Like, why is that the time that you bring it up? Like, is that retaliation against him being successful in getting that appeal? So right now I do have some more, but because I am uploading on another phone, which evidently I don't know the right mode to record in. So these videos are taking all day for some reason to upload. So I gotta go to my sister's house, check on the video that I uploaded from her phone and see why that thing ain't in my little YouTube studio. And then I got to have this one uploaded. I don't know how long this one gonna take to upload to Money Phone. But girl, yeah, so we're gonna continue to do these background videos, and then all the questions that I ask, I'm gonna start researching each question, because it gets even deeper when we get into the jury. Like, there were some crazy things that happened there, and I'm like, these are things I literally did not know that they can do. And most people, I'm sure, that don't deal with the system or haven't been through the system or had a loved one in the system probably don't know that they do these things. So I will talk to you guys later. This has been very trying to try to bring you any type of video today. So, girl. All right, guys. Anyway, got work in a little bit. Oh, the pizza rolls probably boink. All right, it's your girl, Cadillac.